Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, episode 32, where we have this wonderful oxygen system that we developed last episode, but unfortunately, yeah, 50 degrees is what that oxygen is traveling through the pipes at, which means it's really going to start to overheat areas very quickly. So what we need to do is we need to cool off the air and we need to find a way to cool off the water. Now, somebody had mentioned um, that there was a way to cool down the water using sort of a feedback loop with this trickle down system, and I actually saw that video made by Skystorm. It's actually a really neat system, and I think that whole feedback loop mentality of the water gets colder and then it goes back up and it gets cooled again and gets colder and colder, I think that's brilliant, and I'd like to develop something like that. Because if I can at least get the water here, even just 10, 15 degrees cooler, even though the electrolyzers are going to heat the water up, because the water you can see, it is cooling down. Like, it gets colder running through this area, even though it's an insulated pipe. And then by the time it goes in, so 41.7, 42. Yeah, so you can see the water entering here is pretty warm, 42.1. And then as it travels, gets a little cooler in this area. Another thing we can do to fight the heat is we can put some insulated tiles in this area to try to trap some of this heat. But also we're going to need to find a way to tap some of these geysers. And I think we're going to need more electricity, so we're probably going to have to get into this natural gas geyser as well. A lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to think about. One of the things, though, that I want to do, which has been on my radar for a while, is I would like to start... I'm going to focus on utilizing this area here. So let's go ahead and deconstruct all of these, sure. And then we're going to build these aquatic farm tiles, just like this. And start doing our thimble reeds down here. I think that's been a long time waiting for that, for everybody to get some snazzy suits. And then likely what we'll do is we'll just give ourselves a storage compactor here. And let's go ahead and speed things up so everybody can get the work done. We'll get our little textile factory here. And then really we'll just pull right off of this circuit here like this. Easy enough. Yeah, there's no demand on that circuit, and I don't want to pull off of a bunch of different circuits, but there shouldn't be a need for a transformer here because this wire will never use more than it'll never even get close to the 1,000 kilowatt or to the 1 kilowatt cap because it's only going to be using the 240 watts. All right, so here we're going to say read fiber is all that's going to be stored here. And I think we'll go ahead and give that a... No, let's leave it that at a 5. In fact, let's make sure there's no other storage. It's... What happened over here? Oh, right. So what we need over here... Sylvia Fox. Can you not get over there? Is that unreachable? I believe it is unreachable. Because you can't run over that far. Okay, that's fine. So then what we'll do is we'll just prioritize these. How about that? You should be able to get some of this polluted oxygen. There you go, there you go. I don't know why you couldn't have done that the first time. That's interesting. No, in any event, I'm glad that you're okay. Now, something we did last episode, we put some batteries in to support certain networks. We did not do that over here. And these networks will also need a battery, especially any of them that are at 960 watts that run continuously. They definitely need a battery on the other side of the transformer to assist them. And this is great. So we have this temperature for this water is good. The temperature of this air is really good. So we'll grow some thimble reeds here as long as we can before we set up our water cooling system. So once the water starts getting really cold, we very well might not be able to use that area for thimble reeds anymore. Now we can also get rid of this. This is no longer needed and shouldn't be needed from now on. So I'm thinking, let's just get rid of that and you and there, and then let's see. We don't really need these wires either. We can go ahead and get rid of those. And that'll take some possible demand off that network. Right, so now the most it can run is 480, which is kind of what we want. Water, let's go ahead and I'm just going to empty this. It's okay, people will come and get this water eventually, but we are going to need to fix the piping. And then, of course, we're going to sweep all of this up. Okay, let's see how we're doing over here. We don't have any reed fiber there yet. We're almost done here. Come on, just one more. This system is actually going to work out really nice. I would love to say I planned it this way, but that would not be true. But it is going to be a really nice system. So we'll copy these settings all the way down the line. Voila. Thimble reeds. Because now we're going to start making clothing. Snazzy suits continuously, please. Thank you. We'll bump you up to a 6 to make sure people are crafting that. And then these valves can be shut down. So we've gotten rid of the backlog of natural gas, so we don't need these extra valves yet. And what, this one's been shut down? How's the hydrogen doing? It's getting there. We're showing a net gain of oxygen though, even with this system. The big thing is the heat is starting to increase. And that's going to be a real problem. So let's work on getting this water colder. That's going to be the real fun part of this, is finally figuring out a way to get this water nice and cold. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to pump this water. Do we want to use wolframite? No, I don't think we do. I think we'll stick with granite for now. And we're just gonna... No, wrong one. Let's liquid pipe bridge up this way. And I think we'll start it here. Now, it's not going to be as great of a system because we have a lot less room to work with. So we'll just do that with the wolframite. And then we'll get our flower vase out of granite here. And then we're going to do the same thing. We'll get some wolframite. So it's going to spill off this way. And then this one's going to spill off this way. So that ladder's going to be in the way. That's no good. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I'm hoping that this works with the limited amount of space that I have. But again, it's going to be one of those time will tell sort of things. Any cooling is going to be better than no cooling, though. Alright. So we're going to need one here and here. And then the last tier, I believe, should come down like this. But I kind of want it to funnel back down to the middle, don't I? So I could go like this, and then funnel it back down to the middle. I don't think I have room for another tier. Which is fine. We'll get ladders up on this side and that side. And we'll need some flower vase placement here and there. And then what? We're going to have to get rid of these ladders as well. And these. But what we'll do instead is we'll just run mesh tiles this way. Same with this. We'll get rid of those. And then we'll run mesh tiles across. Alright, let's talk about some Weezeworts now. Plant you in there, copy settings to here. We should have enough, and then It'll kind of be the same thing mirrored down, which will be... You know, that just... Because I don't want it to be so far. I want them to be close together. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and it should just barely peek up to the top. In fact, these are going to have to be removed. This and this are going to have to be removed. It's going to be a little crazy. It's going to be a little crazy. I'm hoping it works, though. I really am. All right, we can wire our power up over here because this circuit should have potential power consumed 840. Wait a second. Thought it was much less than that. 120, 120, 840. That's not going to be good. We're not going to be able to do that. What about this one? This one's only 240. Okay, so then here's what we're going to do. We're going to deconstruct wires, please. Deconstruct wires. Thank you. Deconstruct those wires. And then change the wires to run kind of like this. Okay, so I guess we don't have to deconstruct those wires. These will run down here like that. Okay, that will work. And then for buildings, let's deconstruct this one and that one. We're getting there. Food has decayed. So much food decay. This area is getting colder. It's just going to take time. A lot of time. Let's see. We're going to need to dig this out, mop up these tiles, and then sweep up all of this, as well as dig those out. Okay. Now, where can we get some more Wheezeworts? I believe there are some, yes, right over here. So, to get those, let's dig across, and we'll create an airlock here, and a ladder that kind of runs down like this. We'll dig up you and you. Perfect. All right, I haven't forgot about the pinch of peppers. That's just not my focus right now. Still showing a net gain of oxygen, which, as you can see, we're starting to get our air pressure back. But it's getting a little warm in some areas, a little bit. You can never have enough Wheezeworts. We're going to need a lot more. Not sure how this system is going to work. I'm hoping it works out well. And I destroyed the wrong mesh tiles. Those need to be destroyed, not those. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be wolframite there, and then the wire, yep, can just connect like that. Okay. That is good. Just like that. Just like that. Perfect. And then the last little tier should be here, which should be right about here. And then we'll put our final little Wheezewort block right here. This is going to be... No, because I want the water level to get higher. Maybe we don't need this. Instead, let's just mesh tile all the way across. There we go. We'll try this. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting to see how this works. These, I'm glad that that's messed up, or that that didn't get built, rather, because we're going to need a valve there so we can control the flow through. Not a gas valve. How about a liquid valve? Excellent. Okay. So that way we can control the flow rate. And this is showing pipe blocked. And then it should start pumping up into there here in just a moment. All right, let's go up the priority over here so we can ensure that we get these Wheezeworts in a timely fashion. Please and thank you. Who's going to work on it? Zedniak, thank you. All right, let's re-enable the building now. I think we can easily accept another duplicant or two, considering we have lots and lots of oxygen, and we're going to be getting more as time goes on. I like that. So we're definitely over the 1,000-kilogram mark with just one of those buildings. Although I suppose that counts a couple of the algae terrariums too. Maybe what we should do is we should make these a higher priority just till they get planted. So it's not exactly cooling a lot. So let's see, 42. Right, because we don't have enough Wheezeworts over here yet. We need many more Wheezeworts is what we need. We got another one there. So let's go ahead and copy these settings here. This should work. We'll see. We'll see. Now, this isn't a very elegant setup. If you've seen Sky Storm's episode, the magic water cooling, it's a lot prettier than mine. And to be honest, I've seen the video, but I'm not, I don't have it pulled up right now. So this is just kind of the concept off the top of my head. But I know we don't want to put through 10 kilograms. Let's change it to just 1 kilogram. I think that, I don't know why that's important, but I feel like it's going to be better that way. If somebody can get up here and make that change, please. Thank you. There we go. No Wheezewort seed available. Well, I'm aware of that, but we're going to get more. And we're not going to take them from here. Oh my goodness. Mop, and sweep, please. Okay. Let's start looking at digging this area out as well. I'm going to want a sort of feedback loop here as well, where this really cold oxygen down here is being picked up by a pump and pushed back up to the top. Let's mop up all that dirty water. And how are we doing over here? Still working on it. We need to start looking for abyssalite that we can carve up so we can get a much bigger stockpile of abyssalite. We don't have nearly as much as I would like. How's the temperature up here getting? Ooh, pretty warm. How are the hydrogen generators doing? Oh, it's definitely backing up. It's time to open up the second one. Batteries are full. That's a good sign. Okay, no Wheezewort seeds available as of yet. That's quite alright. It's going to take them time to dig through all this. Hopefully they're working on it. Slow and steady. Another thing we can queue up with a lower priority is this here. Let's see. Okay, so how about if we did it like this? What if we just came down here and then we laddered up? Like this. Okay, so then what we'll do is we'll dig out these two and then dig out those. And hopefully this area down here will fill with water. What am I thinking? That's going to be way too much. Right, so instead we'll dig across this way and then ladder up here. Right, and then we'll just kind of dig out the very tip top, and then that way it'll just trickle down and we won't get overwhelmed with water. And we can start tapping that natural gas geyser for even more electricity, because we're going to need it here as time goes on. No seed available yet. Oh, look at that water. Oh, it's already 20 degrees. It's not really changing the temperature here all that much, though. But it's trying. It really is trying. And it's fighting with all this heat over here. Same thing, all that heat over there. 35 degrees, 33 degrees, 28, 30. Oh, look at all our thimble reeds! Yes! How wonderful is that? That's very wonderful. All right, we'll start making snazzy suits soon. Oh, we've already got some. Well, now we had one of our new hires Mushroom requested the first one, but you're not here yet, sadly, and we're going to have to hook up the people that have been here the longest. So we'll give one to Otaku Samurai, and then how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How do I know? Yeah, that's the suit owner. We'll just wait. We'll just wait for them to be claimed. That way I'm not constantly giving the suit to somebody else and changing who's supposed to come and get it. Maybe if we make them all a priority 9, perhaps? No, not you. You're a 6. I want the suits to be a priority 9. Yay! There you go, Otaku Samurai. You're welcome. Okay. Next, we're going to need a Wild Rage to get one. Giving out those snazzy suits. Okay, and after that it's going to be Kitsune Opal. Everybody's going to get one eventually, though, so don't worry about that. There you go. You're happy. Wonderful. This one is still waiting for somebody to pick it up. There you go. There you go. Okay, next is going to be Stacy. How? Okay. How does Otaku Samurai not have a suit? That's so bizarre. Hold on a second. Follow cam. How did you lose a snazzy suit? See, that's why I just need to wait for them to come pick it up and take it off the pile. Although it's still saying there's like 4 of them there. How bizarre is that? Okay, so now this one can go to Otaku Samurai. How weird. How are we doing here yet? We got those Weezewort seeds? Not yet. So the water is getting colder, it's just not changing the temperature of this water very fast. It's gonna be tricky. I guess not tricky, it's just gonna take time more than anything. I think it's just gonna have to take a lot of time for the feedback system to work. 39.6. Yeah, it's cooling down, but not by much. Not by much at all. We need to start limiting the heat in this area. And I think the biggest way to do that is going to be to start clear-cutting stuff and getting rid of it. So let's start working on that. Alright, so here we're going to do sedimentary rock, insulated tiles, like this. Alright, and then we're going to clear cut all of that. And then the same thing over here. We're going to do insulated tiles here like this. So I have a plan for this area. Like that. And then we can get rid of all of this and all of that. Although this will likely take some sort of ladder configuration. And then we can deconstruct this door. And instead I think we'll just continue that insulated tile down there. And like that. This one will likely have to be something similar though. I guess that'll do. That'll have to do. So we'll put a ladder in here, and then we'll cue that to be dug out, and that to be dug out. And then all of this needs to be dug out as well. Because all it is just hot material that's just giving off heat. And we don't need that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We definitely don't need that in our lives. There, let's start like that. In fact, I think we can go ahead and dig out 2 this way. And we'll just let all that happen. We don't have those seeds yet. Everybody's picking up this water. For these algae terrariums, that's what it is. Alright. Deconstruct and deconstruct. I'm about tired of them. Beyond tired of them. Let's mop all that up. The air is cooling off in there, albeit slowly. Let's sweep this up. How are we doing with the ladder here? How's our oxygen doing? Well, we're definitely getting a dense oxygen cloud in the center of the base. We're not really getting a lot pushing out of the bottom here. I imagine these pumps are just... Right, we need to rework these pumps. See, but I've already got so much going on. No, I think we're doing good on the oxygen. See, I'm trying to prioritize the things I need right now. And what I need right now is for this water to get colder. It's not really happening. Because we have all this passive heat from everything. I think we need to... we're going to have to do something with these geysers. Where else are we getting heat from? This stuff is kind of warm. This stuff isn't too bad. See, this stuff over here is 33. This water is 31. This stuff is hot, though. This is contributing to our heat overall in this area. And we have a lot of heat over here. Nope, we're just going to let this system do its thing. This should be a priority, though. We should have got these wheezeworts already taken care of by now. Oh, look at that. It's time for another duplicant. Let's see if we can get someone good. Strength, digging, creativity. Early bird, iron gut, bottomless stomach. But 5 strength. Learning construction, negative strength. No, I feel like digging is like athletics. It levels up really fast. Strength for me, the carrying capacity, and then learning are the things I'm starting to focus on a lot. Because learning, you can skill everything up a little faster. That minus 45 carrying weight. Noodle arms. Nope, we're going to go here. Alright, mushroom. Welcome to the colony. And don't worry, everyone's getting a snazzy suit, but you did express an extreme desire to get one, so... You already had one. What is going on here? This is weird. It's like everybody's putting on suits, but they're staying over here? It's got to be a known glitch. Right? I don't know. Alright, mushroom will get one. And... How does Kitsune Opal not have a snazzy suit? I don't understand. It says there's 3 of them there. We'll just wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. That seems like an odd glitch, though. Feel free to let me know in the comments if there's some bug with the snazzy suits I'm unaware of. I try to keep up to date on the forums with the known bugs and fixes, but I'm not familiar with that one. It could definitely be a thing, and I just don't know about it. That happens. And everybody's still picking up all this water. Where are you guys delivering? To here. Deconstruct. Stop taking all of our water. Ooh, pardon me. Sorry about that. I had a small sneezing fit. My goodness. Okay, well. Yeah, no. Back to what I was saying. I don't want the algae terrarium to continue taking all of our water. It's going to mess everything up. I would like to get these Weezewort seeds, though. I could have sworn this whole area over here was a high priority. Okay. They should be able to make that hop, but we're going to go ahead and just continue the ladder down anyways. M. Keggy, thank you for your work. I appreciate it. We just got to keep trucking down here. We need to get 2 more Weezewort seeds into our possession, if you please. Somebody else coming along? Craig, you don't want to... Foxheart. Terror Crew, thank you. 7-Eye, all right. Oh, another Weezewort seed. Very nice. That's like a 2-for-1 there. That's good. What do we got inside this one? Carbon dioxide. Oh, and now that one planted itself. No. Do not plant yourselves. I need you over here. If you don't mind. I would very much like one right over here. Copy settings to there. And then let's go ahead and slow this down even more. Let's change this to like 225 grams. Although I think once we get rid of all this extra heat in the area, that's when things will get a lot better for us. Food has decayed. Kind of wish I could change the alert noises that you get for when food is decayed or when somebody has the spores. It all just kind of blends together, and then I get to where I don't pay attention to this that much anymore. Sort of like, you know, the boy who cried wolf. I see this thing go off so many times, then after a while I'm just like, oh, it's nothing important because it's never anything important. And that's not really a good way to look at that. Wondering if this whole area should be redone. I feel like it should be. Because I kind of want to stair step down here like this. Well, we'll get there. How are we doing here? Are we seeing a difference in cooling? No, not really. Not yet. 29. So it is getting colder. 28.9. Slowly but surely. Now, what if we added more Weezeworts to this area? That's the question. But is it cooling down the water in the tank? Does not appear to be. Well, we could always dig down into these here. And then actually... See, they won't be able to reach that till they dig that out. Mess with these. If we insulate these geysers, they won't be able to dissipate their heat, but they won't be passing it along to this area. In fact, a lot of this area should... Well, I don't know. These tiles are pretty warm by now. It's not really cooling everything off. I mean, the water is getting cold, but... Let's see, maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Let's open up the... Let's get a heavier flow of water going. Let's see if that makes a difference. 10 kilograms. So it's definitely cooling it off less, but there's a lot more entering down here. No. Let's turn this off for now. This system, I'm going to have to look at it and rethink. I might just need more Weezeworts in this area, just to get the actual air colder than it is. It seems to be cooling off on the right side more than the left, probably because of this geyser here. So we might insulate one side of this, try to push the heat out the other direction. Not entirely sure. I'm hoping these insulated tiles will somehow stop the heat from going up this direction, but I really think just getting rid of all this stuff that's really hot here will be a big help. Let's go ahead and gas perm tile that direction. But that is where we're going to wrap things up. Kind of was hoping to have gotten a little bit more done, but we are getting some things done. But this is all low pressure. Oh no, these are growing just fine. Toasty surroundings, low air pressure, low air pressure. Yeah, so we're going to have to start getting oxygen in here, getting the air pressure full, but we're still producing enough food that we're staying at a surplus. So, again, it's not going to be top of my concern list. This water starting to run out is going to be a concern, though. We're going to have to start tapping into some of these other geysers, perhaps, and just telling them with thermal switches to only deliver water when it's below a certain temperature. In fact, that might be the best way to do what we have over here as well, is to sort of get all of this insulated here. Maybe with abyssalite. There, I think that's probably pretty good. And then we can put a pump down in here with a thermal switch and just tell it, hey, only deliver your water when it's, you know, below a certain temperature. And then that way we don't have to worry about pumping red hot water over here. All right, let's turn this on with just a trickle. How about 50 grams a second? And we'll see what that does. There we go. Yeah, it's coming down. It's coming out colder, but so look, this water is actually 29, 30, 28, 30, 22, 22. This water over here. Now we've got this insulated liquid pipe heating this area up here. So what we're going to need to do is run that about like that and just get it away from our Weezeworts that are trying to cool everything down. That's what we're going to have to do with that. Hopefully that'll help some. This area is definitely getting colder than the other area. And then over here it starts to warm back up again, which I'm not entirely sure why. But that's where we're going to wrap things up for real this time. So this has been Oxygen Not Included, episode 32. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time watching because, as always, I've definitely had a good time playing. Please come back next time as we continue to work on getting these geysers taken care of to where they're not contributing to the heat in this area any longer. And we can hopefully get this whole central area here cooled down a lot more. Even if we just have to put down more Weezeworts. I mean, like Justin B says, you can never have too many Weezeworts. So, until next time, take care.